Glory be to God, Mighty God Ministries, episode 18, Health and Wellness. This episode's actually a little bit after the fact because I was planning on having dinner and I was going to actually record, but there was some stuff going on and there was going to be a lot of different sounds in the background, so I didn't do that. So I was actually going to do salmon, which is what was going to do today. I'll do that another day. And then I started recording, or I started cooking thinking that I had previously done a video on this, but then I realized I did not do a video on this. So this is something I eat a lot. And this is very basic. It's essentially venison. So I'll buy a pack of venison. Again, it's a pound. I'll put in all kinds of spices and essentially throw it in the pan. You can use whatever you want to as far as cooking, if you want olive oil, if you just want to eat it plain. A lot of times I'll just do it plain. And I really like venison. The reason why is because venison is really good for you. It's low in calories, so it's about 140 calories, I believe, and it's 20 some. I don't know what off the top of my head is. It's let's find out. Let's pull it out of the trash. So it's about 140 calories per serving and 24 grams of protein. And I'll eat the whole thing, which is 4 servings. So essentially, it's 1 pound of meat. So you're getting essentially almost just shy of 100 grams of protein. And again, it's only 500 or so calories. Again, it's really not very many. So that's going to cook up quick. Venison, again, it depends how you like it, but I don't like mine well done. So I'll cook it up a little bit um, more rare because it's definitely a lean meat. So again, once you put this in the pan, you're just going to, like any other meat, whether it's ground beef or whatever, you're just going to flip this over. And I'm going to flip it over and just let it cook. And again, it doesn't take a lot. I'm watching out because I want to make sure I don't get stuff on my shirt. So I'm doing that. And then once I do that, what's going to happen is we're going to let that cook up. And again, if you want it to cook faster, smash it down. Just do the smash it down, cut it up with your spoon. And then the other thing, again, you're not going to see this, so I'll redo this video another time and show you the whole thing. But I just thought of it. I thought I did this, and I go, I really should show this. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my vegetable pan. So you're going to see how many vegetables. So I have a whole pan filled with vegetables, and this is literally a whole sweet onion, a whole tomato, matchstick carrots. It is a bunch of mushrooms, mini sweet peppers. What else is in there? 2 jalapeno peppers, full peppers. And you can see that is a lot of food. So the great thing about that is this is going to be, again, you talk about fill you up. This is going to fill you up. And it's honestly, I'll try to put it on one plate, but you're going to see, putting it on 2 plates is probably going to be more like it. And then also I did the same thing I did before. I did the arugula. So the arugula is going to cook down. So I got probably another cup or two of arugula in this. So I mean, it's a massive amount of food. And then what I'll do is I'll sort of do like a boil. I forget what the cooking term is, but I'll put a little bit of water in there and let that go. And then again, my meat's going. I already have my plate prepped and ready, and I have my fork and spoon, everything I need to eat this up. So I'm just going to cut my meat up just to make it cook a little bit quicker. Do that. It's obviously right now, it's definitely rare. So it's definitely, if you look at the meat right now, the deer meat, it's definitely rare. So I'm gonna let that go. I don't like it obviously like some people like it mooing off the cow or off the whatever animal it is. I don't like it mooing, but I do like it a little bit more medium or rare. So my vegetables, those are gonna get the vegetables. I'll let these cook a while so they're nice and soft and they're just gonna mix in. So I'm gonna let that go. And I have so many vegetables in here, I literally probably won't even be able to fit them in both pans. Because normally if I do vegetables, I'll start out and a lot of times I'll do them in a separate pan and then I'll combine the pans together to just let that cook up together for a little bit just so you get the flavor. And let's see, our deer meat's going, so we're good there. And the great thing about this meal is this meal calorie count, I mean, you're getting a ton of protein. I didn't even add up the protein of the vegetables, which you're going to have some from those. But the meat alone, like I said, is going to be just shy of 100 grams of protein. So it's a lot of protein here. If you're looking to do that, it's going to be good. The meat, essentially, I did the same thing I do with a lot of my meats. It's just salt and pepper and then whatever seasoning, whether it's Italian seasoning, oregano, basil, whatever you prefer. You can obviously put sauces on it. This is another thing that I'll put on that red cabbage or pickled onions. I love that on everything, so I'll sometimes do that. But essentially, pretty basic. We're just going to cook this up, let it go. The vegetables are getting nice and soft. I like them soft. and they're going to be smoking hot. So the other thing is when you get these vegetables off the pan, you got to let them cool, because a lot of times what I'll do is I'll get excited and I want to eat them, and then you burn your mouth off because they're so hot. I mean, I let them cook almost to where they're not like a mush, but they're definitely cooked down. This shirt I have, I think I went over this before. It stands for Glory Be to God. So it's GBTG, Glory Be to God Forever. I love this shirt. That's one of the names of my ministry, and that's why I picked it, because God actually gave me that name to use. And then also it's Mighty God Ministries, but I got the Glory Be to God first, and then I added the other one through a song. So the meat's getting done. And again, I don't like mine rare, so I'm pretty much done. So I'm going to put that on low, because, or I should say, I don't like it mine well done. So I'm going to put it on low. So that's probably cooked through. And again, I'm not looking super, tight to it, but I like it a little bit more rare. So now essentially, if you look right now, I literally have 2 pans of food. So what I can do is I'll combine these. A lot of times I'll do this. I'll take this pan right here, and I'll take that. And obviously I would not do this right there, but I'll essentially pull that and combine it just to get those to mix up. And then what I'll do is I'll combine those real quick. I'll put that on low heat. Obviously, I got the other pan on, so I'm going to want to turn the other pan off first, or not the other pan, the burner off. And then again, like I said, I'm a big fan of cleaning up as you go, just because I think it makes it easier. Obviously, when the pans are hot, it's easier to wash stuff off. Otherwise, they will, a lot of times they'll stick. You'll get stuff sticking, and you don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I just got a little bit of stick on there, so we'll take that off. We're good to go there. Take that spoon, and then I'm going to grab just this spoon real quick just to mix this up, because essentially it's pretty much done, but I do want to mix everything together, the meats and the vegetables, and let all the juices from everything just soak in together. And this is going to be, again, it's another delicious, healthy meal that you can do. You can add whatever you like. Again, you know me, a lot of times I'll do garlic on this. I'll do garlic, but you can do all different types of flavors. All different types of flavors. So we'll let that mix up a little bit, and essentially I'm done. And if you could see now, I literally have a whole plate, and this is a whole frying pan that is filled maximum to the top. So if you look at my plate right here, this is going to be like, we're going to be filling this plate. This is a lot of food. And again, the great thing about this is that, like, this is going to fill you up. Like, if you eat this whole plate, and you might not be able to, but if you eat this whole plate, you're definitely going to be stuffed. And this is good for you, because this is literally all, it's basically meats and vegetables, and they're all good meats and vegetables, you know. And then you got carrots. So you're getting, this is great on both ends, because you're getting, like I said, you're getting a ton of meat, a ton of protein, and you're getting a ton of vegetables. So many vegetables that it's great. So you're basically good to go. And again, you can see, I'm going to give you a little close up as best I can. It's steaming, so I got to watch out. But look at that. That's a pound of meat, and that's another frying pan of vegetables. And guess how many calories this is? Um, this is literally probably under 800 calories. So you are under 800 calories, and you have a meal that is just massive. And the other thing I like to do, again, I forgot to take it out. That's okay. I like to eat this with a spoon, because I want to get those juices there. So again, I got to be careful, because I get excited. And then you can see right here, see that arugula? You can see the arugula right there. The arugula will cook down, and I like it like that too. I like arugula like sometimes when it's crunchy, but I also like it like this, where it's actually like cooked down. And again, you can flavor this however you want. If you want to put a sauce on, that's okay. Just make sure it's not a sauce that's going to be like, 200 calories in the sauce, and then you're wasting it on sauce. I was hot. I knew it was going to be hot, because I've done this a bunch of times, and I enjoy it. And the flavor is good. The flavor is good just the way it is. Now, if you're one where like you're not eating like what I would say like pure foods or like healthy foods, at first you might be like, oh, this doesn't have any taste, right? Because your body takes time to get your taste buds back. So like, let's say you go from eating like all fast food, or like you're eating like, let's just say junk, right? And again, occasionally that's okay. But if you eat like out all the time, or you're eating fast food, keep in mind your body needs time to adjust, because you're used to eating one thing, which is filled with, tons of sugar content, tons of sodium. So you're getting 10,000 pounds of salt. Like, it's filled with all this stuff. So give your body time to adjust. Give your body, if you change the way you're eating, when you start going healthier, give yourself 2 to 3 weeks, a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks, and then work yourself up. Again, you don't have to start like this, but start small. Now, occasionally what I'll do is like this. If I want to flavor something up, I'll use this garlic sea salt. You've seen it before. And obviously this is delicious, but the reason why it's delicious is because it's got 440 milligrams of sodium per 1/4 tablespoon, right? Or no, teaspoon. So if we look at, like, again, you're looking at, I don't even know if I have one in here. If you're looking at 1/4 teaspoon, that's this. Like, look how small that is. And are you going to do that? No, you're going to be cranking this thing down. So you got to be careful with this. Your sodium's going to fly through the roof, and you're going to retain a lot of water weight. And not that that's bad for you to have water weight, but obviously if you have too much, that can affect certain things. So again, this is another meal. This is venison and vegetables, nothing crazy. You're literally just dicing everything up, cooking it in 2 pans, or if you only have one pan, you can do it together, but I like to do it in two, and then you're going to eat it up. It's going to be delicious because I have the carrots there. I have the jalapenos cut up. I have the mini sweet peppers in here. I have red Vidalia onions that are awesome. I don't know how you say it, but that's what I say. It's delicious. And the one other thing that I'm going to do, occasionally I do this, not all the time, but I do like hot sauce. So I like this, again, this Cholula hot sauce, which is like at all the different restaurants. I really enjoy this. The only thing that's bad about this is that it's got some ingredients that I don't, again, I don't understand. I've heard xanthan gum is not too bad for you, but I don't know for sure. Obviously, garlic powder, natural flavor. Apple cider vinegar is not bad. Acetic acid is not too bad. But if I want to add a little flavor, a little bit, I shouldn't say flavor because it's got the flavor. If I want to add a little bit heat, I will take this. And I know it's deer meat, but literally this stuff right here, this Cholula hot sauce, if you like hot sauce, you could essentially add this to anything and it's going to be delicious. And I might not add it to the whole thing because again, most of the time I do not do this. I'm just showing you that you can add different things on that aren't going to kill you in calories, because that's like 15 calories, something like that. Whereas if I do what like a lot of us do, if I say, oh, let me add, let's see what we got in here. Let me add, let's just say sweet baby rays or any other flavoring we have in here, which we have a ton of them, right? Again, this is good. There's nothing wrong with this, but you have to keep in mind 2 tablespoons is 70 calories. So you have to keep in mind if you coat the whole thing in barbecue sauce, right? You're wasting a lot of calories. So if you want to do other things, you can go ahead and do it, but just keep in moderation. You know, that is the key. Anything's okay in moderation. So I'm going to cut this one off. Again, it's a venison. It's a great thing. I'll do another video like this showing you the whole process. Obviously, the only thing you miss is me just cutting everything up. But essentially, it's cut it up, throw in the pan, give your seasoning. I use 2 pans so that the vegetables cook in one and the meat cooks in another because you literally can't fit it. And then again, this is what you end up with. Literally a whole plate that's 800 calories that's going to fill you up. You eat this, and you're going to be so full. And a lot of the meals I ate, that's the way they are. They are so filling that some of them you might not even finish. You might be like, you might get sick of it. So sometimes I'll eat smaller, sometimes I'll eat more. But tonight I'm eating like I said, the 2 pans I would talk about. Again, the whole channel is to glorify God, though. So if you're not saved, if you don't know what that means, click the description, read the salvation prayer below. It is the most important thing you do in your life. I promise you, it is more important than anything in your life. And what that's going to do is you're going to ask Jesus into your heart to be your Lord and Savior. And essentially, he's going to take the sins of the world away, including the sins that you've done throughout your life, the bad things. And he's going to wash them away for you. And again, the Holy Spirit will start working you and changing your life. It will be the best thing you ever did. You'll have a peace and love eventually like no other. It is priceless. It is priceless. You cannot buy it. You could have all the money in the world, but you can't buy it. You can't put a price on it. The only one that can give you that is Jesus and God. And you could search for it in everything you have, that a lot of us search for, and I've done it for 40 some years. But now I have that peace and love, and there's nothing I would do to give it up. So again, God bless you, and have a good night.